Hello guys and dolls, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to do both of my Birds of Paradise look. I had a lot of fun creating these using the Slush Palette by Shop September Rose, and I hope you enjoy doing them and wearing them as well. So if you'd like to see how I did both of these looks, just keep on watching. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the original just to go ahead and block out my eyes. I already do have concealer around my eyes because I do my brows first. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to go ahead and put on the primer potion first. Next, going into my Slush palette, I am going to be using this for all the colors on both sides of my eyes today. I am doing the Birds of Paradise look, so I do want to use this as much as possible. So going in first, I am going to grab the coconut milk and just kind of base out my eyes, make sure everything is nice and laid down, nice and flat, and the colors will blend easier on there if I do that. I'm also using a Wet n Wild fluffy crease brush. So next I am actually going to be using Blue Hawaiian, and I'm only going to be doing this eye first just so I can show you what it looks like. So I'm going to be taking Blue Hawaiian in there and fluffing it all over the crease with the same brush. Now that I have that nice light color based out, I'm going to go into Blue Raspberry and pack it right into the crease, and then use the same brush you just used for the light blue and blend it in. And as you can see, there is a little bit of fallout right in through here. You can also take a loose powder and pack it all over there, but I'm not going to because it's the end of the day. So I'm just going to kind of brush it away. And just go on with it. So now that you have your base of blue down, you're going to take a concealer. I am using the Pro Conceal by LA Girl, and I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease. Now when I cut my crease, I cut a little bit higher than my actual crease because I like to make my eyes look a lot bigger. And I'm going to make sure there is at least some of the dark blue in there. And this will basically just set a nice base so that when you put on your light colors, you won't really have to worry about it so much. And in order to cut the crease, I'm using just a plain flat concealer brush. This is going to be important that it has almost like a domed top so that you can really get in there. It'll make it easier to cut almost a rounded crease. All right, and now that that's done and you like it, remember you can, if you don't like it, always go back in with your little crease brush or a fine tipped one, and you can go in and just kind of retrace in and recut the line. You don't even have to worry about it, but using that domed concealer brush is really going to help. Now this is stained purple. I know I can't do anything about it. But you're going to go back in with the Slush Palette again, or a white that you used to put down originally, and just pack that all over the lid. And I found that this helps make the concealer and the color blend a little better. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes everything blend just a little bit better. Now using a yellow and an orange eyeshadow, or if you just have like kind of a yellowy orange eyeshadow already, you're going to go ahead and put that all over the lid, the inner part of the lid. You can put it over the whole thing, but it's going to make it harder to pack on the color afterwards. So you're going to want that nice yellowy orange color. Now you're going to take a bright magenta eyeshadow. I am using Pink Lemonade, and I'm going to go in and just put a little bit right here, about midway point, if you look straight forward, and my iris is here slightly to the right at the end of my eye. I'm going to start there and go right about to the end of my line here. And then take that same brush you used with the orange. If you have any left, just go straight down the middle here like that and blend those colors. Like so. And then last but not least, add more blue to the very end. And really, honestly, this look is so simple. You really just kind of pack the color on and then fix up whatever you don't really like. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go in with your liner and just do a little bit of a wing, or you don't even have to do a wing if you want. And we're going to go do the liner, and we'll be right back. I have my liner and my top lashes. I'm going to go in with Sour Apple and run it right along underneath, kind of blending out that black just a little bit, kind of adding a little bit more color. And I'm just taking a very small concealer brush and just patting a little bit on there. With these shadows, they are so pigmented, you don't need a lot. So I'm just going to go in and be very ginger. Like so. And the last thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of shimmer on the inner corner and do my bottom lashes, and then you are done with this look. And this is the final look. Now for someone who's not a big fan of blue, I also did an alternate version with pink. So we're going to show you how to do that right now. This one, just like the other one, we're going to do a color in the crease, and I actually used orange soda. Now this is showing up a lot less bright. Hold on a second, let me see. My mood lighting goes. So you can see really how bright this is. The orange soda here, we're going to fluff that right into the crease with a fluffy brush again. So again, I'm using one of my favorites, Wet n Wild. It's a fluffy crease brush. Next, take a dark orange eyeshadow. I'm using also Tiger's Blood in this palette and go right in the crease like we did with the other one. Next, cut your crease like we did before. For this one, I believe I cut it a little bit lower than I did on this side. I believe I just kind of did the lid for this one, so that's what I'm going to do again. Another thing is you can always just blend that with pink. I was thinking about that. I was like, oh, that's kind of pretty. So we could also blend that with pink, but I'm going to show you exactly what I did on my Instagram. Next, we're going to take the same yellow shade Banana and put it all over the lid. Next, I'm going to go in with that same orange that I did and blend that line a little bit more. And then last, I'm going to pack a little bit of that bright pink that I used before, the pink lemonade, on that edge. Next, I'm going to cover that yellow completely with the Super Shock shadow in Ladybird. It's an ultra glitter shadow and it is gorgeous. This is by ColourPop, and I'm going to just use my finger for this part because it just applies easier, and go all over the lid. And I love Ladybird because it just gives like a little bit of sparkle, little bit of shine without like overcasting the color that's underneath of it. Like so. And for this version of it, I am going to add a white liner instead of a black liner. You can use any color liner you want. I just want to use white to show the distinction between, and also to give it kind of a more feminine, less harsh look. And then do lashes and take all the colors you used down there and put them down on the bottom in the lash line, the bottom lash, and it's just going to kind of pull the look together. And that's both looks done finally. I really enjoy this one a lot for day to day, but if you have something special going on, this is super pretty. I really love both of these looks, and none of it would have been possible without the Slush palette. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every view and every person who is still stuck around me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.